It has been estimated that there are 250 million association football players in the world. It is not all smiles in the world of football. There are countless talents who seemed destined for greatness but ultimately ruined their careers because they were overly confident, prone to parties, or simply lazy. In today's video, we present to you a list of top 5 players who wasted their natural ability and threw their football career away. Number 5. Ricardo Quaresma. Ricardo Quaresma was once considered one of the most promising footballers in Portugal. He had an incredible talent for dribbling and had a deadly right foot, which made him a fan favourite at Sporting Lisbon, FC Porto, and the Portuguese national team. However, his career has been marred by inconsistency, injuries, and a lack of discipline both on and off the pitch. Quaresma made his professional debut for Sporting Lisbon in 2001, and it didn't take long for him to make a name for himself. He quickly became known for his incredible dribbling skills and his ability to score stunning goals. However, despite his talent, he struggled to maintain consistency and was eventually sold to FC Porto in 2004. At FC Porto, Quaresma had some of his best moments. He played a key role in the team's victory in the UEFA Champions League in 2004 and helped the club win several domestic titles. However, his time at Porto was also marked by controversy. He clashed with coaches and teammates, and his lack of discipline on and off the pitch became a cause for concern. In 2008, Quaresma was sold to Inter Milan for a reported fee of €18.6 million. His time at Inter was short-lived, and he struggled to make an impact at the Italian club. He was eventually loaned out to Chelsea and later to Besiktas. Quaresma's career continued to be plagued by inconsistency and a lack of discipline. He had brief spells at Al Ahly and Qasim Pasha before returning to Portugal to play for Vitória Guimarães. However, his time at Guimarães was marked by poor form and injuries, and he was eventually released from his contract in January 2021. So, how did Quaresma ruin his career? While injuries have played a role in his decline, it's clear that his lack of discipline and consistency have been major factors. He often clashed with coaches and teammates, and his off-the-pitch antics were a cause for concern. He also failed to adapt to new clubs and new environments, which made it difficult for him to maintain his form and build relationships with his teammates. In conclusion, Ricardo Quaresma had an incredible talent, but his career was ultimately ruined by a lack of discipline, consistency, and adaptability. While he will be remembered for his incredible dribbling skills and his stunning goals, it's unfortunate that he was not able to fulfill his true potential as a footballer. Number 4. Anderson. Anderson Luiz de Bru Oliveira, commonly known as Anderson, is a former Brazilian footballer who played for Manchester United from 2007 to 2015. Anderson's career at Manchester United started brightly, and he was an important player in their midfield during his first few seasons. However, his performances began to decline over time, and he struggled with injuries and fitness issues. One of the main reasons Anderson's career at Manchester United was considered to be ruined was his inability to maintain his fitness and weight. He gained a significant amount of weight during his time at Manchester United, which affected his mobility and overall performance on the field. Additionally, Anderson's off-field behaviour was sometimes criticised by the media and his coach, Sir Alex Ferguson. He was known to enjoy the nightlife and was once fined by Ferguson for staying out too late before a match. As a result of his fitness issues and inconsistent performances, Anderson was eventually loaned out to several clubs, including Fiorentina and Internacional, before being released by Manchester United in 2015. He then played for a few other clubs before retiring from professional football in 2019. Number 3. Adrian Mutu. Adrian Mutu is a former Romanian footballer who had a promising career, but it was ultimately ruined due to his involvement in a high-profile doping scandal. In 2004, Mutu was playing for Chelsea FC in the English Premier League when he tested positive for cocaine. The Football Association handed him a 7-month ban, and Chelsea terminated his contract, effectively ending his career at the club. Mutu then signed with Juventus but was unable to make much of an impact due to his suspension and poor form. He later played for several other clubs, including Fiorentina and Cesena in Italy, but he struggled to recapture his form and consistency. In 2010, Mutu was suspended for 9 months after testing positive for a banned substance, which effectively ended his career as a top-level footballer. Despite several attempts to return to professional football, including stints in France and India, Mutu was unable to regain his previous form and eventually retired in 2019. Mutu's involvement in the doping scandal tarnished his reputation and made it difficult for him to find clubs willing to sign him. He also faced legal action from Chelsea, who sued him for breach of contract and won a £13.3 million settlement in court. Number 2. Andy van der Meijde. Former Dutch footballer who had a promising career, but it was ultimately ruined due to his off-field behavior, injuries, and poor performances on the field. Van der Meijde started his career at Ajax Amsterdam, where he quickly established himself as one of the most promising young players in Dutch football. He played a key role in Ajax's title-winning campaign in 2002, which earned him a move to Italian giants Inter Milan. However, his time at Inter was marred by injuries, and he struggled to make an impact on the field. His off-field behavior, including a reported addiction to alcohol and drugs, also affected his performances and professionalism. Van der Meijde's career continued to decline as he moved to several clubs, including Everton and PSV Eindhoven, but he was unable to regain his form and consistency. His off-field behavior continued to cause problems, and he was arrested several times for drunk driving and assault. In 2009, Van der Meijde retired from professional football at the age of 29, citing personal reasons. He later opened up about his struggles with addiction and mental health, including depression and anxiety. Number 1. Ronaldinho. Ronaldo da Silva Moreira, commonly known as Ronaldinho Gaucho, or simply Ronaldinho, was the former Brazilian footballer, is considered one of the greatest players of his generation. While his career had its ups and downs, he is not typically associated with having ruined his career. However, there were some incidents and issues that affected his later years as a footballer. One of the most significant factors that affected Ronaldinho's career was his lifestyle off the field. He was known for enjoying the nightlife and was often photographed at parties and events. While this did not seem to affect his performances early in his career, as he got older, his fitness levels began to decline. He was criticized for his lack of discipline and was often out of shape, which impacted his ability to perform at the highest level. In 2011, he left AC Milan to join Flamengo in his native Brazil. However, his time at Flamengo was marred by financial disputes and poor performances on the field. He was eventually released by the club, and his career began to decline further. Ronaldinho also had some legal issues that impacted his career. In 2018, he was arrested in Paraguay for entering the country with a fake passport. He was held in prison for several weeks before being released on bail. While he was eventually acquitted of the charges, the incident damaged his reputation and made it more difficult for him to find clubs willing to sign him. Despite these issues, Ronaldinho's legacy as one of the greatest players of all time remains intact. He won numerous individual awards and helped Brazil win the World Cup in 2002. While his later years as a footballer were not as successful as his early career, he remains a beloved figure in the sport. Here was our list of top 5 footballers who ruined their footballing career and couldn't have reached to their full potential. From this we learn, only having talent is not enough to stay at the top. One must need strong mindset, hard-working capability, discipline, and good on and off the pitch behavior. If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a like. Also consider subscribing. As we are new to the platform, we need your support so that we can create more amazing football-related contents for you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.